Hello, everyone. Thank you for agreeing to be on this podcast with me.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
So let's go around and introduce ourselves uh, and a little bit what you do at Advocates in Action. So my name is Nathan Mockley. I'm the IT specialist at Ripon. I also do some youth and young adult work. I'm also known as the youth coordinator at Ripon too. Let's just start with I don't know who wants to go first to introduce.
Hi, my name is Andrew Whalen. I am a peer resource specialist with Advocates in Action RI. I sit in on committees, councils, and other meetings as someone who has a disability and who also self-directs their state services. I'm also frequently present at the annual conference, and I have occasionally taught the Peer Mentors course in the Leadership Series Graduate Academy. And I'm also a proud graduate of the 2013 Leadership Series.
Awesome. Thanks for being on today.
Hello. My name is Kelly Donovan, and I am also a peer resource specialist. I help teach the Advocates in Action courses, some of the leadership class series, and other curriculums we do related to educating individuals about their services and the whatnot. I also sit on committees and provide my voice as an individual with disabilities, receives self-directed services. I also graduated from the 2017 leadership class series, and I also do some in-house clip art and presenting at the Advocates in Action annual conference.
Awesome. Thanks for being here today.
You're welcome.
Keith, you want to go next?
Yeah, my name is Keith Wilcox. I'm the president of Advocates in Action and a peer mentor for the leadership class. And also sit on different stakeholder meetings.
Awesome. Thanks for joining.
Hi, my name is Michelle White, and I'm the assistant director at Advocates in Action. And what that means is I schedule things and kind of keep track of things and support wherever it's needed so that everybody else can do really the important work. I'm the support person. So
I'm Deb Kanai, and I am the executive director of Advocates in Action, and I have been with the organization since I worked with individuals around the state who have developmental disabilities a long time ago. I was look around the screen and say, since before Kelly was born. So we started doing it back in late 1992, I think, 1991. With groups, with a grassroots movement. And since then, we have come an awfully long way. My main role is comic relief at Advocates in Action, which I think I do pretty well. Now, I just help make things understandable. And Nathan, I love to finally meet you in person because I love meeting a fellow geek because I am definitely a geek. And I would like just to add on that Kelly and Keith and Andrew didn't tell you everything that they do because they are right there to support people. Like we have if you need help, call us kind of a thing, or we'll Zoom with you or meet with you. And they are right there for that. And Andrew is one of my right-hand people for proofreading things because I can't read my own stuff. Kelly has been helping us make a curriculum for about self-direction. And Keith will do anything and everything to support the board. So they underplayed their roles.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you for joining me today. And yes, it's nice to meet you all in person. So what is, if you guys could tell us maybe a short elevator pitch, what is Advocates in Action?
Advocates in Action is Rhode Island's premier statewide self-advocacy organization. Our mission is to empower people who have an intellectual and/or developmental disability to advocate for themselves and others.
Many of you talked about you did a leadership class. Can you tell us about that?
I'm just going to tell you that we have a long history of doing it, and it used to be called Partners Rhode Island, and based on that, so there's this national model called Partners in Policymaking from the Minnesota DD Council, and we kind of took it with a grant from the DD Council, Rhode Island DD Council, years and years ago, and then in 2000, it became Partners. It became Leadership Series, and since all three of these guys said they graduated from it, I bet they have a nice elevator pitch about that they could give you. Kelly, everybody comes right up. We've been asked this a lot, so hit it, guys.
So the leadership class series, we usually go over, well, pre-pandemic, it used to be the equivalent of a school year, but then we switched to just the first beginning of a calendar year. So it starts up in January. We have a retreat where we get to know each other, and we help educate individuals with disabilities about their services, myths related to their services, teaching about public speaking and empowerment, and how to vote, but not who to vote for. Also, like, just general empowerment and leadership skills. And we have various fun field trips, including going to the State House, various committees or hearings, and our favorite, our annual statewide conference. Woo! Also, you have to graduate it in order to be employed with Advocates in Action.
Yeah, those are awesome skills to learn too, especially like how to vote. Many people don't know how to vote or know that there's other ways that you don't have to go to a polling place. You can have it mailed to you. So they make it very accessible. So that's good to know. So you mentioned the conference, and I know you guys have a conference coming up. So what is the conference? What do you guys do?
Well, our conference is a 2-day event. It's a hybrid event on Thursday, May 9th and Friday, May 10th, 2024. And the first day will be virtual using Zoom, and we will be in person for the second. On the first day, the conference will run from 10 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. with an hour-long lunch break at noontime. There will be 2 general sessions along with workshop options in the morning and afternoon. There will also be fun things such as raffle prizes and a special song from this year's Leadership Series class with Mark Cutler. To find out more and to register for free, people can go to our website, www.advocatesinaction.org.
What kind of stuff do you guys talk about in the conference during the sessions?
Well, I would say it varies year by year. We talk about whatever we decide is most relevant to people with an intellectual and or developmental disability. At the time, I think this year is going to be I think our emphasis is going to be on self-direction, because that seems to be what's on everybody's minds at the present time. But we get a whole host of topics that we tend to talk about sometimes. In conferences past, when we've been in person, I think we've had maybe as many as 8 workshops in one day of the conference. I think we've had to scale that back since the pandemic.
And Keith has a ton of information on day 2.
So day 2 of the Advocates in Action Conference on Friday, May 10th will be our dinner dance party. We go from 6:30 to 10 p.m. and it's fun all the time.
Yeah, sounds like fun. Dinner and music, and it's kind of like a big party kind to end the conference too, right?
It's a dinner party, and it's located at the Marriott Hotel.
And one of our own is going to be DJing the party. That would be Denise Flynn, a.k.a. DJ DeFlizzle.
Oh, cool.
And if you're attending the conference, the dinner party, you can register to stay overnight in the hotel.
2 things to add. Asked about the presenters, and on our website, because we put a form out, and we accept proposals. Who wants to talk? And we have a couple of prerequisites, which I can never say that word right, but like it has to have at least one person with a lived experience on the panel, like a person who calls, whether you say you're a self-advocate, which is becoming kind of a label, or you're just somebody who knows what it's like to have a intellectual developmental disability, to live your life that way. And so if we're still accepting proposals until I think it's April 19th. Is that April 12th. So you could, if people were interested in doing a presentation, we like panels, we like groups of people to present together because then you get to hear from more people. And you can go to our website and fill in the presentation form. And if people do present, we give every presentation team 2 free tickets to the dinner dance, because otherwise they're $30 a person, which is still a big deal. And I just also wanted to add that the reason that we're able to do what we do is primarily because we get support from the Rhode Island Division of Developmental Disabilities. We get funding from them, and which we really appreciate. And so the other thing is that a lot of the stuff we do end up talking about is related to like Rhode Island and the DD system, and people, if you live in Rhode Island, you know, what's available and all kinds of stuff like that. And then at the dinner dance, I was just talking to one of our board members this meeting who is connected with the Rhode Island, what's it called now? Disability Rights Rhode Island? Is that what they changed their name to? He's been working with one of the lawyers there because she's going to bring a voting machine to the conference, to the dinner dance for in person, so people can go, and she's going to show people how to use it and stuff. So we think that's kind of cool too.
And Kelly, why don't you share about, I know you want to share about the menu for the dinner dance.
On is the menu listed on the website? Or?
It is. It was the 3 options. We had talked about the chicken, baked cod, or the one that you like, the butternut squash.
The butternut squash ravioli. It is our pasta option, and man, is it delicious.
Those were her. Nathan, last year, those were Kelly's exact words. That pasta, oh my God, it changed my life.
She's not wrong. It was great.
Let's see. What are some like sessions in the past that you guys have in the conference?
So in the past, we had a couple of different on money management, healthy food choices, had a lot every year about voting. Trying to think of any other ones. Oh.
Keith, did you have a favorite session that you liked from the competition?
Not really. I ran the PowerPoint for a couple of them.
They're all great. What about you, Andrew? Was there any favorite session that you liked in the past?
Well, I think I did a session on what it's like to be me and living my life with a disability, and I liked that one a lot because I was able to make the point that even though I'm me, I'm just one person with a disability, and if you've met one person with a disability, you've met exactly one person with a disability. No 2 people like that are alike.
Yeah, that's so true. That's a good important topic too for everyone to understand too. We're all unique. What about you, Kelly? Did you have a favorite session from the conference past?
So, for the sessions that I've done, before I became involved with Advocates in Action in 2015, I presented with Joe Bagalia and Pauline Johnson, I think that's her last name, from the Department of Health on the 25th anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act of the timeline. And I've also presented on self-directed panels and a college panel for those who are it was for a youth track, high schoolers with disabilities and getting accommodations. And I also helped assist my friend Tracy Allard present this Halloween and disability history. And I also assisted with a session on housing with Bloom Slavin and Andrew Whalen. I did like some of the dating and the sexual health workshops.
Cool.
Keith, can you just talk? We had mentioned Mark Cutler. Can you say more about Mark? Because he's our big friend of ours.
Oh, yeah. Our friend Mark Cutler, has his own band, Mark Cutler and the Men of Great Courage. And every year, the leadership class does a song with him for the conference. And they do one, and the leadership class does one with him. And sometimes he does session at the conference.
Awesome.
The theme is called We Belong Here. And what it means to belong. Like our leadership class we just had, that conversation, we just had a whole really amazing conversation. There's 16 students this year, Keith. I think there's 16 students and 4 peer. There's a whole bunch of us on the Zoom screen. We're just talking about, so what does it mean to belong? And when did you feel, what's the time when you didn't belong? And what does it feel like when people do help you belong? And what can you do to help others belong? And like Andrew said, when you meet one person with a disability, you only met one person. But the whole other thing too of and when you met a person with a disability, you really just met a person. Like you don't have to look so much at the disability, but just how can you make other people feel belong, no matter what happened to make them feel excluded? So the class talked about that a lot, and we're going to be working with Mark, like Keith said, to write a song about it. Really cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. That's awesome.
Yeah. Every theme of the conference, we come up with a song with the class.
You mentioned people can learn more about the conference on your website. Where else can people find you and to learn more about you, the organization?
Well, you can find ANA by going to our website at www.advocatesinaction.org. Once there, scroll all the way down to the bottom of the homepage and click on the box that says, Let's Stay Connected. A new page will come up that shows our mailing address, phone number, email, and social media information on the very bottom. On that page, there's also a place where people can enter their contact information so that they can be put on our email list to stay up to date on all of the ANA news.
Cool.
And we do have a Facebook page that Keith is one of the moderators. So Keith, what happens on the page? Because that's like a direct way to find out.
Yeah. Facebook page, we just post a lot what's going on. We go live on our Facebook page for a lot of different events.
Awesome. Yeah, Facebook can be a good place to connect with people. All right. Is there anything else that you like to say, either about the conference or the organization that we haven't covered?
I just want to add that I know, this is a podcast, right? So so if people aren't real big internet people, because we really are, but we have a toll-free number people could call. It's 877-532-5543. But if you call, you'll usually have that somebody, you leave a message and someone will call you back. Not me, because I don't talk on the phone, but somebody else. I'm really bad on the phone. You don't want me on the phone.
Yeah, it's always good to have multiple ways to get in contact with people, because one person may not have another, or may not like emailing or calling people. Yeah, it's always good to have that different accessibility stuff.
So yeah, I have to thank this agency for helping me and many others grow into the person that they are and develop a sense of not only leadership skills but public speaking skills and growing to be a better person. It's helped me grow over the years to become a better social worker, and it's helped me grow not only career-wise but as a person. And I don't know where I would be without Advocates in Action, and I just want to thank everyone for being there every step of the way. And I have much love for Advocates in Action. So thank you. Also come to the conference. It'll be fun.
Well, you guys doing some awesome stuff too, and I'm excited to see everything, and you guys keep doing it. And the conference sounds awesome. Well, everyone, thank you very much for joining. It's been great, and good luck with the conference and your leadership series.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nathan. Thanks for having us on.